There's a very thin line between being useful and being used, and Cavill knows not to cross it. Hello viewers. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more videos. There are still many who have not been able to get over the fact that Henry Cavill will no longer be returning to the DCU as Superman, despite his promising cameo in Black Adam. This is mostly because people truly enjoyed seeing the actor get in character, put on his cape, and come to the aid of those in need, just like a perfect superhero. Many would even agree that Henry Cavill is the embodiment of Superman. Zack Snyder is also of the same opinion as before the release of Man of Steel. He explained how his lead actor was Superman-ish in the best way possible. According to the director, Henry Cavill is kind of like Superman in the sense that he's kind, humble, and naive, all while asserting just the right amount of dominance needed to let people know to not walk all over you. Zack Snyder joined Collider for an interview where he discussed the A to Z of Man of Steel, 2013. Since the film was going to be the first time fans would see Henry Cavill as Clark Kent aka Superman, people didn't really know what to expect. When Collider asked Snyder what Cavill brought to Man of Steel, the director had the perfect response. He started off by stating that the actor is Superman-ish, even in real life, and then added that while Cavill will undoubtedly stop in his tracks to help a stranger change their flat tire, he wouldn't let anyone take unfair advantage of him. Snyder said, "Henry is like Superman-ish, in his feel. He's really kind. He's incredibly humble in real life. He can project a naivete, which is nice, without seeming naive, laughs, which is really a difficult quality. I don't feel like you can take advantage of him, but he'd still help you change your tire if you had a flat tire on the side of the road. There's a fine line there." Clearly, Cavill was the perfect fit for the role. It looks like Snyder knew every little detail about his lead actor's personality, which may have played a huge role in picking Cavill out of the many who auditioned for Superman. During his appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Cavill revealed how Superman affected his life, particularly his decision-making skills, even when the actor was off-duty. Talking about his introduction to American football, the actor stated that as soon as he began gaining interest in the sport, he realized that he had to pick a team to support. Cavill knew that his decision had to be rock solid since you cannot just change your favorite sports team. That's just absurd. Therefore, in order to make the difficult decision, the actor knew the reasoning had to be strong. Thus, he brought in Superman for help. "I spend a lot of time over here, obviously. And I've been watching some American football. I started to like the sport, and I realized I had to choose a team. And the only way I could choose a team was with something that was never going to change. It wasn't going to be, my buddy likes this team, or whatever it may be." To help him decide, he asked himself, what would Superman do? He continued that while his life will keep changing, the one thing that will remain constant is his time as Superman. He then quickly made the connection of Clark Kent's Kansas background to the NFL's Kansas City Chiefs, and voila! Cavill had his favorite team. "I figured, the one thing that won't ever change in my life is the Superman aspect of it. And I figured Superman is from Kansas, the Chiefs, people in Kansas support the Chiefs. It just all added up." He also added that if Superman himself was a fan of football, he would definitely support the Kansas City Chiefs.
Cavill was born in Jersey, the largest and southernmost of the Channel Islands, which are dependent territories of the British Crown and are located off the coast of Normandy, France. He is the fourth of 5 sons of Marianne Cavill, née Dalgliesh, a secretary, and Colin Cavill, a stockbroker. The family lived in St. Helier, where Henry Cavill grew up playing computer games with his brothers. At age 13, he left Jersey to attend the Stowe School, a boarding school in Buckinghamshire, England. At Stowe, Cavill developed an interest in acting and participated in school productions, including Grease, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and Tom Stoppard's Dog's Hamlet. At age 16, he and his classmates had the opportunity to be extras in the movie Proof of Life, 2000, starring Russell Crowe. While on set, Cavill introduced himself to the recent Oscar winner, who encouraged him to pursue acting professionally. Cavill soon landed a role in Vendetta, 2001, followed by another in Kevin Reynolds' big-screen adaptation of The Count of Monte Cristo, 2002. For the part of Albert Mandigo, Cavill, who has said that he was teased for being overweight as a kid, was encouraged to lose several pounds. In addition, Cavill had guest roles in a number of British television shows as well as supporting parts in the coming-of-age film I Capture the Castle, 2003, and an adaptation of the Celtic romance Tristan plus Isolde, 2006. During this period, Cavill auditioned for several iconic roles, including Superman and James Bond, which ultimately went to Brandon Routh in Superman Returns and Daniel Craig in Casino Royale, both 2006, respectively. Those setbacks led him to consider following in the footsteps of two of his elder brothers and joining the armed forces. In 2007, however, Cavill garnered his first leading role in The Tudors, a cable series following the exploits of Henry VIII, played by Irish actor Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. Cavill portrayed Charles Brandon, a loyal courtier to the king. The series helped make Cavill a familiar face, and during its 4 seasons, 2007 to 10, he also appeared in such films as the adventure fantasy Stardust, 2007, and the Woody Allen comedy Whatever Works, 2009. After The Tudors, Cavill proved his skill as an action star, playing Greek hero Theseus in Immortals, 2011, and the son of a CIA agent, played by Bruce Willis, in The Cold Light of Day, 2012. In 2011, Cavill announced that he had been cast as Clark Kent/Superman in Man of Steel, 2013. He later admitted that he had missed the call from director Zack Snyder offering him the job because he had been playing the online game World of Warcraft. To portray the Man of Steel, Cavill transformed his body, adding so much muscle that he sometimes split the seams of his Superman costume. He also had the opportunity to work alongside Crow, who played Superman's father. Jor-El. Cavill went on to reprise the role in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016, starring opposite Ben Affleck as Batman, and in Justice League, 2017, featuring such DC comic book heroes as Wonder Woman, played by Israeli actress Gal Gadot. In between Superman films, Cavill starred in director Guy Ritchie's big-screen adaptation of The Man from UNCLE, 2015, playing a CIA agent who teams up with a KGB agent, played by Armie Hammer, and in Sandcastle, 2017, portraying a Special Forces captain on a 2003 tour of Iraq. Cavill then played the main antagonist in Mission Impossible Fallout, 2018, the 6th installment of Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible series. In 2019, he assumed the lead role in the hit Netflix series The Witcher, based on the novels by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski, whose sources include Polish mythology and Slavic folklore. Cavill played Sherlock Holmes, the elder brother of aspiring sleuth Enola Holmes in the movies Enola Holmes, 2020, and Enola Holmes 2, 2022. In 2022, Cavill had a cameo as Superman in Black Adam, renewing speculation that he was planning a return to the role 5 years after Justice League. Cavill confirmed the rumors in the fall, but a couple of months later he wrote on Instagram that the studio had decided to go in a different direction.